So as you can see from the video, we're gonna go grab a new car, which I told you guys I was either gonna get a Maserati or Audi RS5, one of the two. So we just picked up a new, I'll put it up here. We just picked up a new Maserati off of Copart. We're gonna go ahead and pick it up right now, show you it on the trailer, and we'll see how bad it really is and see if I can fix it, which I should be able to. There's nothing I can't fix, but we'll go ahead and go to the next slide or the next video where we're picking the car up right now. So let's go ahead and get the car. Right, so we're just getting to pick up the Maserati right now. So it looked like it ripped this off during delivery, which is whatever, because it used to go all the way down there. Right, so we just picked the Maserati up, but we're having some issues. When I first picked it up, it was driving a little weird. Like the transmission was acting up, but I think it's that intercooler right here. But I taped it up and it's driving better now. So now we're gonna see, but it's still cracked from last time, but we'll get a new one when we get home. But first we're gonna see if we can make it home, because it's hanging right now. But look at this exterior, frameless windows. We're gonna try to drive it home, but if it starts acting up again, I'm gonna have to just tow it home and then buy that new intercooler, because hopefully it's just that. But sunroof, everything's in here, and it's perfect on the inside, except we're missing this trim right here. But we're gonna try and drive home with less than 50,000 miles, try to drive home. I got the suspension all the way up so we don't scrape, but we're gonna try to drive this home and hopefully we can make it home. If not, we're just gonna tow it. So we're having some issues that I didn't think that would happen. Is the two knuckles on the bottom are curved in like that, so we gotta drive slow. Right, we're gonna go ahead and get it towed because the turbos they can't keep up right now because of the intercooler. Let's look at the intercooler. I already put some wrap on here, but as you can see on the whole other side, it's just completely busted right there. So it's busted all around, busted on the front and back. And so I think what is happening is sucking all this hot and bad air into the sensors, that it's not letting the turbos boost right. Other than that, the front is fine, but I'm gonna have to replace both front control arms because the wheels are literally inverted like this on the camber. You can hear it's just tearing it up. We're missing that trim right there. Inside's really nice. I haven't really gone through it yet, but it's got the full preeminent whatever sunroof. Interior's literally A1, it's mint. Back is perfect. I haven't even checked anything, so. And I think that's how, as far as the back windows go. Oh, what was that? Hold on. Oh, it was that in the back. I didn't even check how much gas I had. Okay, we have enough gas, but yeah, these turbos are definitely getting messed up right now, and I haven't even checked. Brake pads are good. This is the second time looking at the back. The only thing that was left back here is the bumper brace, and what is this? Oh, look at that. That's for the door. So you guys are gonna have to work with me. Are we missing anything else? No. The engine sounds amazing. I'm trying to figure out how to put this on. So if you guys would give me a minute. Okay, it goes like this. Okay, I get it. There, we're good on the front now. And then the back is really clean back here. I haven't checked back here, so I'm not gonna be able to hold this up. I'll check that in a minute. We got more lug nuts in here. Everything else is still in here. Everything. Oh, it's got a back battery and a front battery, I guess, and the air pump's in here. I think everything else is just plain. There's nothing else in here because I think they crashed this during a test drive. So it was already cleaned. It's really clean though. But these are for, oh, are we missing something? Hold on. I hope that's not a sensor or anything, but I think these are for the front. I don't know what that is for. Maybe, no. Just gonna see, because these are automatic or whatever. Tomorrow we're gonna go pick up a new one of these and pray the Lord that this fixes the problem, because it has a check engine light. So I'm really hoping that this is the one sucking all the bad air in, and that it's the way it's keeping it drive. but when I was driving, it was jumping. When I went over a mile or like 25, or I tried to like hit it hard a little bit, it was jumping and juddering and like lagging or whatever you want to say. Still have this here though, so hopefully this is that issue. And then there's no structural damage though. That's a screw needs to be in there, and we still have the top mount bracket, which is amazing, so we don't need a new one of those. It's just pushed in a little bit. And this is for the headlight, this is for the windshield wiper, or not the windshield but the wiper, and I'm guessing this is for, I think I'm missing a whole front section of crap up here of wiring, 360 camera, stuff like that. But oil looks good. I should have checked the coolant, but we're good on coolant. Still reading has this good, but you can hear it. You hear it stuttering right now. Maybe it's a bad spark plug, I don't know, but it stutters a little bit. So I didn't bring my code reader with me, so I have to read all the codes that are on here. But we have check engine and traction control. Traction control is obviously for the front two wheels because they're inverted and they're rubbing, so it's throwing off the traction control, and it's not going to engage because they're inverted and they're not right. So I'm going to buy two bottom ones. Hopefully it's not the top ones. I don't think it should be, but if it is, I'm going to have to go back and buy the whole knuckle and buy the top one. Tires aren't flat though. Air suspension works. Everything else works. It only has 50,000 miles. Everything works on the dash and the seats. Oh, I hope the audio's okay. Forgot that I was connected to that. Let's go to navigation so you can see how good this map is. Let's turn that off. Let's go to driver vent. It's like instant. I can feel it. But other than that, we'll get this thing back home. Hopefully it is just that and nothing else that's running the engine. But it sounds very good though. We'll do more sounds when I'm at home, but I'm not home, so we're gonna have to do that later. All right, so the battery is really dead, so I had to jump it, and now it looks like it's working. But this thing has soft close, or usually does, but let's go ahead and start it up for the morning. And turn the sport mode on and then see if we can start this up from behind. The door might have to be closed for that. Okay, we'll go ahead and just start it inside. It might start a little weird because that one intercooler is busted, but oh man, it's dead. Crap. Gonna have to use another car to jump it. All right, so it's a lot weaker than I thought, so I had to hook up the Mercedes, and now we're jumping it again, but we're gonna let the Mercedes run for a little bit so we can get this thing. I don't know if we caught any of that, but we're letting the Mercedes jump the Maserati. But let's take a quick look at this car. This car has 6 piston brakes, if I'm correct, in the front, drilled rotted sliders, or slotted rotors. I don't even know what I just said. This piece broken delivery. I think I showed you that, guys, already. Thing is so nice. Back, all the wheels have like barely have any curb rash. I think this is like the most curb rash on some of the wheels. That's it. So there's barely any curb rash on these wheels. This thing sounds amazing too. We have the door open right now. Oh, that's where that piece was. There's a piece right here. I was wondering where that went, but that goes right here. But we'll put that in later because it needs to be plugged in. But let's go ahead and go through this car. The trim, we found that trim. I don't know if I showed you this, guys, but it was missing. It was in the back trunk. But let's look at the stitching and how perfect this car just looks. It looks amazing. The leather feels amazing. I mean, this car feels really sturdy. There's no fake plastic leather. The whole dash is leather. If you look at that, we need to go through a clean because Copart or whatever dirtied this up. And taking a look at these seats literally look brand new. I mean, barely any wear on these. And I love these seats. These are the facelift seats, and they just look so much better. I mean, the more buckets and, you know, the more like geometry it has in the seats makes it look so much better. Now when we hop in, we have cup holders right here and a cigarette lighter. Everything works perfectly. It has Apple CarPlay and everything too on the screen. There's so many things. Controls, this thing has everything. 360 camera this thing has. But obviously we're missing, I guess this door may have to be closed. Oh yeah. 360 camera, but we're obviously missing the front. And we have a slider right here for the front too. Glove box, a bunch of stuff, big nice metal paddles. Traction control, everything is right here. We can control the suspension right here. Everything through here. This adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, all that type of stuff. This thing has everything. But let's go ahead and try to get this thing started. And frameless windows and 2-pane windows. So let's see if this thing will start now. Oh, maybe the key's dead. Park brake reset. Ooh. Something's going on now. There we go. That parking brake sounded really weird. It's gonna take a little minute to start up because that intercooler is just really, really bad right now. So it's basically running on one turbo. But let's go ahead and open the valves up. You can hear the difference already. And here's the suspension going down right there. Going to sport mode. The front will go down too. There you go, you hear that? That's the turbo is kind of noticing that it's messing up, so it's trying to fix itself. All right. And as I said, I put the fender on and the headlight on last night. Nothing is really it's marked up. I think I only have one bolt in the fender and no bolts in the headlights because I need to fix. I'm just gonna rebend this bracket back because it's really not that bent, and also it's really hard to find one of those. And just for that small bracket, it's like 300 bucks. So obviously gonna try and fix that, and I can't find any close to me, and I want to take this thing to Miami, so we kind of need to get this done ASAP. And then we're gonna get the new intercooler on Monday. I already ordered links, outer and inner link for this, so hopefully the steering's better, because it's very hard to tell when things are bent. It barely has to be bent. You won't even be able to notice it to the eye. It barely has to be bent to make a huge impact on the way this car drives. The engine bay looks brand new. I mean, look at this thing. Just got a bunch of dust on there. This thing runs so good. And that little ticking here is the injectors. That happens on every single fuel injected car. Just like the Q60 I showed you. But this one has 50,000 miles. I'm looking for the little clips right here, but we'll do that later. Okay. Lights work. I didn't even have to program the lights, so I don't have to touch the lights at all. Thank God about that. If you get the same exact lights that you have, which these are the AFS or something like that, so these are the highest trim or whatever you want to say. So it's got LEDs and corner lights and adaptive head beams and stuff like that. But you can hear just how loud. This is the valves open. And let me show you the valves closed. it does get actually very quiet. It's very cool. I haven't even started touching this, so let's go ahead and see what these are. Oh yeah, and cool thing about these Maseratis is on the back of the wheel, that's how you control this and the radio, I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and see. There we go. That's the volume on this side. This is the volume too. And I think this is how you move through stuff. Yeah. This is the volume, and you know, that's how you tap on stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see what's this button is. Oh, this is switching through the radio. I think this side switches through the radio. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay, there we go. Highway assist, lane keeping assist. Yeah, that's because we don't have any of the front stuff on. Routine maintenance overdue, so probably need to do an oil change on this. Start stop on, and we're getting a bunch of codes right here for lane assist. I did see one for all-wheel drive, and I think that's because the camber is so bad that it's messing everything up. So as you can see, this thing sounds so good. So good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and park this now. Get it out of the way. Battery might not work again, so we might have to jump it again. But I guess we'll see, won't we? Let's go ahead and turn this. There we go. That's why it wasn't lowering. It has to be more on a level surface, if that makes sense. So you can see it lowering. To lower, and it was on an angle right here. So we're gonna move it kind of slow because this headlight's not all the way in, and I don't want it to fall out of place. I thought we were having issues with the, and look at that, 360. So cool. Then we're inspecting a little farther, and you can see where this hit. Right here, there's a little ding. It's not really, see that? It didn't really push it in, because there's kind of like a VIN code right here, I guess you would say. It put a little nick in it right here. Headlights work. Let's go ahead and turn the headlights all the way on. And the high beams work too. Everything works. I'm gonna have to buy 2 brand new front clips right here, because I'm guessing these broke during transport, which sucks because that was my only good one, and I did not want to have to buy another one of those. But maybe we can find some in Miami. That would be great. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait till Monday, grab all the parts, put it on. For the rest of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and bolt everything down that I can. So headlight needs to get bolted down, fender needs to get bolted down, and I'm think just for Miami, because I'm not gonna be able to get these painted in time, I'm gonna go ahead and paint the front and fender white. All right, so we're back, and I know I put that little wrap on it. I just did it for now, just because I want to drive it for a little bit. I don't want to look too crazy. I mean, it already looks crazy, but I don't care how it looks. All right, we got this thing out, and it comes with a cowl. So thankful it comes with the cowl. It looks really good. I mean, obviously we're gonna have some wear and stuff. It is used, but I think this came off another 2019. Put tape and caps on it for us. That is amazing. And it looks good and nothing's cracked. So let's go ahead and take this one off, throw this one on, and we're gonna tighten this lower control arm, because it might not even be bent. I checked and the bolt is loose. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can tighten all these control arms up, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to drive it. All right, so we finally got it out, and we can now look at the damage of this. So basically the turbos weren't even working, because it was basically just sucking nothing in. Had no pressure, had nothing. Got a nice dent on this side. This side looks okay. Then we get a nice freaking chunk taken out, and a crack over here, and nice gash over here. I mean, the intercooler itself might be reusable, so maybe. All right, we got it in, and it's looking so much better, but I haven't started it yet, so I need to know how it starts and how it runs. But I gotta go back to the auto post store to get a bigger clamp, because my clamps did not work for the intercooler hose. which sucks. So I gotta go back, get some big clamps, and hopefully they work and they go around. All right, we finally got the intercooler on and bolted on and everything's good. So now we're gonna go ahead and try and start it, and hopefully our boost leak is gone. There's nothing else, so let's go ahead and try. And it's not dead. Ooh, that sounds so much better. And the engine light may go away on its own. Oh my gosh. That sounds so much better. Hopefully that boost leak is gone now. All right, we got the car started. It sounds amazing. So much better. We fixed the control arms, so we don't need new control arms because they didn't even get hit. The tires really got hit. It's just this side. It loosened the bolts. That bolt was loose and that bolt was loose. So this wheel was like wiggling. So we fixed that. I think the only thing we need is the steering link on this side, because that side is like all the way in. I tightened it so I could get it straight, but that side's all the way in. So I'm just guessing one of it's bent inside. So we're waiting for that piece, and it's actually coming. If everything's okay. Yeah, this thing is running mint. Let's listen to it actually. Let me turn sport mode. Oh, it's on already. Sounds so good. All right, now today, it's a new day, but we're gonna go ahead and fix the steering. Hopefully we can fix the steering, and we got ourselves another OEM steering link, inner and outer. Hopefully the camera's not foggy, but we're gonna put it on this side right here. And hopefully we can get that steering straight. And then we're gonna go ahead and get this thing aligned real quick. And our bumper is also coming today, so we can slap that on. But first, it's a different color, so we're probably gonna wrap it again or try to paint it real quick so we can make it to Miami. And then when we get back, we're gonna paint the bumper, paint the fender. Hopefully we got a grill by then, because we need the radar and we need the camera. And the radar, you guys know, are freaking expensive. Radars alone, just which is the emblem, is 400 to 700 bucks. So we need to get the grill, camera, radar, and the grills on the bottom. You'll see when we get it. But let's go ahead and move this car and put this link on, and hopefully this will fix our steering problem. All right, just started it up, and this thing is loud on cold start. Go ahead and move it though. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take the wheel off. I already turned this thing into a utility truck. Just because I was working on it, I went ahead and threw everything back here. But we're gonna go. A good thing about this is this car comes with everything. So it has the locking lug. They left everything in it. The thing is super clean. We need to give this thing a clean after we put everything on. But we're gonna go ahead and take this wheel off real quick. All right, it just started to rain, which is great. But we're gonna try to work through it. But look at these brakes, just some big freaking brakes. And pads look perfect. They look pretty good. I'm half, maybe more than half. These are 6-piston brakes, or 3-piston on this side, 3-piston on the other side. 6-piston brakes, and this thing looks really good. Doesn't look like it's been messed with. Now we can get a good look at everything now that we have this off. Perfect, just as I assumed. This is the same. But you can see the threads are so much longer, and I tightened this almost all the way to this. So I'm really hoping that this got pulled out, or this got straightened or something. And look at that. That is clearly bent. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that is 100% bent that way, and it's very clearly obvious here. I can't. There we go. You guys can kind of see that now. All right, put the new link on. Let's go ahead and put it on, and hopefully everything's straight. And then I think we will go ahead and take it to a shop to get it straightened. And then hopefully that'll fix all our ABS lights. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we just picked up the bumper. And yes, this bumper does have a bunch of scratches on it, but that's why I got it for a good deal. But I don't really care about the scratches because it's gonna get repainted, everything. I'm gonna throw some wrap, or even try to paint it just white, and then throw some wrap on it just to go to Miami and come back and paint the fender and the bumper, same color, paint match at a shop. So then that'll be perfect. And then we got to get the grills. Hopefully we can get those in Miami. We'll see. Let's go ahead and take this out. These people do not play when they're wrapping their bumpers up. There's so much styrofoam. There's so much freaking padding. So much bubble wrap everywhere. It's taking me forever just to get it off. But let's keep going. All right, we got the bumper and it actually looks so much better. It looked horrible in the pictures. There were scratches everywhere, but really it doesn't even look like there's much. This side looks really clean, but it was more so just a bunch of these scratches like that. Which a bunch of these look like they'll rub off. But the reason I got this for so cheap is for this little crack right here, which is easily fixable. They've already fixed it on the back, but not on the front. So all I need to do is just fix this a little bit, heat it up, pull it out, put a little bit of Bondo, like a teensy bit of Bondo, and it'll be ready to go. And then I'm gonna paint it white probably real quick. All right, we got it on. We're gonna throw some lower grills on and see if it will work for this car. But we got it on. It's actually, the fitment is looking pretty good. On this side where it cracked, I didn't push it all the way in, but I think it'll be just about the same because I didn't want to get it locked and then pull on it. But we do have some fog lights. I'll see if they fit on this one. I'm pretty sure they do. And that lower grill we really need. So I'm gonna see if I have it. I might have it. So I'm gonna check for that real quick. And then we're gonna go ahead and take it back off and paint it. But fitment is looking good. It's not looking too shabby if you ask me. So that's good. So we're gonna go ahead and see if some fog lights work. Take it back off, sand it all the way down, fix that piece. Probably just paint it white real quick. I'm just gonna go real quick. All right, now that we know that it fits good, we're gonna go ahead and paint it right there. And I like doing everything out here because my shop is way too crowded right now. And it's really calm outside and it's nice today. So we're just gonna do everything outside like we've been doing. All right, we just sprayed 2 coats on it, some primer, but we don't want this to match. I really don't care if it matches or not. It's definitely not gonna match. It's way too bright, as you can see, way too bright. All right, got the bumper on. From the far, it looks pretty good, but when we get closer, it looks pretty freaking bad. Paint is obviously not matched. I decided to just keep the wrap off because it just looks cleaner. And when we get back, I gotta fix that gap right now because I put the fender back on. But we did have some issues on this side. This side cracked again, and the clips on the fender's broken. This is all just dirt, but I'm gonna have to fix that crack later. And then yeah, but you can kind of see how bad the freaking paint is. But it's supposed to be a cream color. Couldn't find a cream color, so white it is, and it's all right. All right, we touched it up again. By no means is this good at all. I think this is horrible because the paint doesn't even match. Nothing matches. But we touched it up a little bit, but it's okay for now. It's just kind of what I'm gigging at. So we're gonna go ahead and take this to Miami, drive it around, have some fun with it. I may even try to repaint it again, but I think this is just fine until we get back, and then we can go to the shop and get this both painted the exact same color. But like I said, I ain't got no time for that right now, so we're just doing this for now. And then hopefully when we come back from Miami, we got the grill, radar, and for now I put some other stuff that I had, some other mesh that I had on here, the black mesh. On the bottom ones it works, but I want, you know, I had OEM stuff. So, and I also had the fog lights, so we put the fog lights in there, but we don't have the chrome trim. But that's all right for now. All right, thank you guys for watching part 1 of the rebuild. Part 2 will be up very, very soon. This is a later video. I'm taking this right now, but this car's gonna drive all the way to Miami. I think it's about 8-hour drive. 8-hour drive, sorry. This will be an 8-hour drive, but the drive was a lot longer because we took different routes. But this car is gonna make it all the way to Miami with the condition it's in, and after I just got it. So I really don't know the condition of this car, so hopefully we don't have any problems, but I guess we'll see. But stay tuned because we're gonna go ahead and go to Beam Revision in Miami, and let's see how that goes with this. And next video, we'll get some running videos of outside, of how this thing sounds, how fast it is, and the pops, because this thing pops. So we're gonna go and see that. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me anything down in the comments on what I need to fix and what you guys want to see. So thank you so much, and stay tuned.